Hey, it's 2019, the first day of a new year, first day of a new you. Hey, I want to take a few moments here to just share something with you right off the top of my heart that really means a lot to me, and I hope it will impact you and help you in your pursuit of making the change that you want to make in 2019. We've all heard it, right? Write down our goals, make our resolutions. The first day of the year is the day to plan. Perhaps the week before might have been a better time to plan, but we need to make a plan of attack and we need to write down our goals. And while that is very important, you need to understand why you're not going to achieve them. That's right. Most of us have taken the time to write down the goals or the resolutions, whether it's losing weight or trying to change an area of our life, trying to improve a relationship. Maybe we need to take more time to spend with our wife and our children. We've all been there. We've all experienced this. We've taken the time sometimes to go as far as to writing down and put this plan of attack together, only to find out within a matter of days, sometimes it doesn't even make it through the night. We've already went back to being the same old us. I want to share with you why that is and how we can overcome that in this video. We all understand what the brain is. I say the brain, we all know that the brain is the band director. He's the driver of the car. He's the pilot of the plane, right? The brain is what runs everything. And we all know that the brain is, of course, our record keeper. It stores information from the time we were brought into this world and up to the very present moment. In fact, I can remember what I did 5 minutes ago. That's one of the beautiful things about the brain. It stores and records information, experiences, memories. These are all things that I'm sure most of you already know. But if you take some time to consider the part of the brain that we often don't consider, and that's the subconscious mind. You know, when you go to bed at night and you close your eyes and you fall asleep, it's the subconscious mind that keeps the heart beating. It's the subconscious mind that turns on perspiration to cool us down to maintain our body temperature. It's the subconscious mind that increases our breathings because we need more air and more oxygen to replenish the cells as we are exercising vigorously. It's the subconscious mind that tells us it's time to eat and gives us that hunger or drive to eat because our body needs more energy. The subconscious mind is that 95% of our brain that runs automatically, right? It's the autonomic nervous system that runs under the radar, that we don't consider it. It just does what it does. It's the 95% of the brain that we don't even mess with. It just does its own thing. And then there's the 5%, the conscious mind, that is leading you to watch me on this video, that is leading you to eat dinner this afternoon. It is leading you to watch the program that you're going to watch on TV this evening before retiring. So you understand, subconscious mind is a big portion of our life. And that subconscious mind is filled with all kinds of programs. Very much like the hard drive of our computer. When we click an icon on the desktop on our computer, right, it begins to run a program. But there are a lot of programs running behind the scenes that we don't understand or we don't know how. But the real good guys, the IT geeks, right, they can get in there and make little changes to that program and change how it runs. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that there's conscious things that we can do to change our subconscious programming. But I'm not going to get into that. I just want to make you very much aware that your subconscious is the part of your brain that's running the habitual programs that run each and every day of our life. Now, let's break this down just a little bit into something a little easier to understand, something I'm sure we all can relate to. Let's begin with one of the very first accomplished tasks that we made when we were little kids, that of tying our shoes. I don't know if you remember how you learned to tie your shoe or who taught you, but it wasn't something you just sat down and started doing one day, right? It was something that mom or dad or the babysitter or brother or sister said, okay, this is what you do. This shoestring goes over this string and this one. You wrap it around the loop and you cinch the knot. They may have showed you that. They may have sang you a song and taught you a song that you sang along with them as you learned to tie it. But either way, Eventually, you figured it out and you learned how to do it. You learned how to do it, and it was so exciting to you that you probably took the time to show it with show grandma when she came over the house, or maybe mom and dad's dear friend when they came over, or your brother or your sister. But you just had to show everybody because you learned a new skill. And the act of you doing this over and over and over and over created a habit that became a program, one of your first programs that was inserted into your subconscious mind. And to this day, from that point in time to this very day, you don't think about tying your shoe. You just do it. You don't think about putting the shoestring over that shoestring and looping the loop and cinching the knot. You just do it. Well, I'm here to tell you, there's even more than just that one program. Something as simple as, what side of the bed did you roll out of this morning when the alarm went off? You will probably not even think about it, but you roll out of the same side of bed each and every day. And when you do so, your first steps generally take you in the direction of the bathroom, correct? And when you got to the bathroom, you do the same thing. You hit the light switch. You're going to take a shower. When you get into the shower, the first thing you do, once the water is warmed up to temp, is you grab the soap with the same hand that you grab it with each and every day, and you apply it to the squidgy, whatever you want to call that, and the same pattern, and you begin to wipe the very first body part that we all know that you wipe first, right? It's a program, and it's a part of your subconscious mind that we do not consciously think of. We just do it. And if you can take some time to really consider the day, up to this point in time of your day, the things that you have done that you never thought about, you just did it. If you want a good example of how the subconscious mind works, think about this. How many times I can reflect back when I used to work third shift, and even today, and I don't work third shift, but driving home, I have a 30-minute commute, and oftentimes I'll be listening to the radio or thinking thoughts about things I'm going to do later that evening. And the next thing you know, it's like, whoa, I don't remember passing that exit. How did I get this far? Or you find yourself pulling in the driveway and you don't remember passing the gas station, right? I mean, subconsciously, your brain is running the show. And I guess in a funny way, you could kind of say that your body becomes your mind over the course of time. As more and more of these programs are instilled into our brain, your body actually begins running itself. It becomes the brain itself. Now, we do have a 5% of our brain that we consciously use, and we consciously can create programs, and we consciously can be the IT geek, right, that goes in and changes the program. But it's not so simple. So case in point, that brings us to this point in time, the first day of a new year, and we're making New Year's resolutions, or we're writing down goals and plans for the new year. I'm going to take something real simple that most of us can relate to and say we want to set a goal to lose weight. And of course, when we set a plan of action on losing weight, we do need to start exercising. I think that's a gift me. All right, let's say we want to start exercising, and in order to fit that into our schedule, we're going to have to get up an hour earlier. So that means tomorrow morning, instead of getting up at 6 a.m., we're going to have to get up at 5 a.m. Just setting an example here. So tomorrow morning, the alarm goes off. The next day, right, the very first day of your new year, the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. instead of 6. Of course, when the alarm goes off, we know what happens. The subconscious mind kicks into play. We roll over with our right arm and hit the snooze. And then we lay there for a second. And the thoughts start popping in our head. The first thought probably going to pop in our head because it's the new first day of a new thing. Is like, I'm excited. I want to get up. I'm going to go to the gym. So I'm going to get up. I'm not going to hit that snooze. Let's go. I'm getting up and it's going to go. And we're going to go to the gym. We're going to work out. The first day is usually not that big of a deal because we're very excited about it and we're very encouraged in our new trek towards achieving our new goal of losing that weight in the new year. So the first day, not that big of a deal. The second day, though, things begin to change. Or maybe the third day, things begin to change. And I say change in this way. Remember the subconscious mind? and how the body actually becomes the mind, because in effect we could say the body is running the show now because we are running on autopilot. We aren't consciously thinking about all the things we're doing. Well, the body becomes pretty proud of the fact that it's able to do what it does. It's pretty proud of the fact that it's serving the leader, the brain, and doing the things that it's been programmed to do. That when all of a sudden it becomes aware that it's no longer in charge, what do you think it's going to start doing? I know you can relate to this because we all deal with this each and every day. Day 2, where the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. instead of 6, when we go to roll over and hit that snooze or turn off the alarm, we're going to roll back over. And now all of a sudden, we're going to get these thoughts in our head. These thoughts that say, what the hell are you doing, man? It's 5 a.m. We don't get up till 6. Reset that alarm. Go back to sleep. I just don't feel good, man. My body's sore. These are thoughts that start coming into our mind. My body's so sore. I just don't feel like doing it today. I'll just take the day off. I'll do it tomorrow. I really don't have time for this morning. I need to get plenty of sleep because I'm going to have a late night tonight. And I just don't think that if I don't get my full day of rest or my full night of sleep right and I get up a little early, it's just going to make it so much more difficult to get up tomorrow. I better roll back over and reset the alarm. Do you see where I'm coming for this? The body has been programmed to do something for so long in a certain way, and it's actually pretty proud of the fact that it serves the brain in the way it does. And now all of a sudden, consciously, you go in and you start changing the program, it's going to reject. And the way it rejects these changes is by throwing these thoughts in our mind. It's been said that we habitually think 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. That's how many go through our mind. 90% of them are the same thoughts that we had the day before. Now all of a sudden we put a change into our lives, and that subconscious mind or that brain is going to start throwing different thoughts in our head. Hey, what are you doing? This ain't right. This isn't how we operate. This isn't how we do things. Now consciously we have to make a choice. Ever heard of the thing called a comfort zone? Ever heard of a thing called the comfort zone? If you've ever done any kind of self-development, if you've ever done any kind of reading, if you've ever listened to any motivational speaker, you will hear them refer to a thing called the comfort zone. And this is what the comfort zone is. You are comfortable when you are in that comfort zone because your body feels like it's doing its job. Your body, which has become the mind over the course of time, is able to repeatedly do the same things over and over and over as you have programmed it to. Now all of a sudden you've thrown change. You've thrown a wrench in the spokes. You've thrown a change in there. And now all of a sudden you're trying to change that up. And it's just not going to fall into place overnight. No. Because we have to create a new habit. And that takes time. They say 21 days of consecutively doing things over and over and over in a new way will create a new habit. But the first step in getting to that 21st day or the second or the third or the fourth, right, and our continuation to getting to 21 days, is we have to overcome those little voices that are going to be popping in our head, telling us that we're not good enough, telling us that we're too fat, telling us that we're too lazy, telling us that we can't do this. There's going to be all kinds of excuses popping into your head after day 1 or day 2 of trying to change a new habit. That's human nature, and it's very common. It's called getting out of the comfort zone. So we have to develop a new habit, guys, a new habit of getting comfortable at being uncomfortable. We have to develop a new habit of stepping out of the comfort zone each and every day of our life if we are going to evoke change into our life and to accomplish and complete the goals or the resolutions that we have written down for this new year of 2019. I want to encourage you, when you start taking your steps along that plan of attack to achieve your resolution or your goals for 2019, to be aware of the fact that you must step out of your comfort zone, and you are going to be bombarded with these little thoughts in our head, thousands of them throughout the entire day. All day of your waking life, you're going to be attacked with these thoughts that you're not good enough, that you're too tired. We can put it off till tomorrow. We're just not the kind of person. This isn't the way we were supposed to live. I just don't feel good about this. You have to overcome those through your conscious thoughts of being an overcomer. To achieve your goal, you're going to have to squelch these other thoughts that are coming into play, and understanding where these thoughts are coming from. They're coming from a body that has been used to doing the same thing over and over and over and for many years. You have to be aware of those thoughts and where they are coming from, and you can overcome them by consciously stepping out of your comfort zone. I hope this is a great help to you and great encouragement. Be encouraged. Take the time to write down the New Year's goal, the New Year's resolutions, your new goals for 2019. You can and you will achieve. Have a great day.